It's the return of the I predict these things. I predict these things. It finished Manchester United 1, AC Milan 1. As I said, that was my prediction. Harsh, I thought, at the end to end the game like that, but overall it probably did deserve to be a draw. We might have had the better chances in the overall gameplay, but they had a few chances, a few half chances. Maguire should score as well. We'll get into the notes in a minute, but Maguire has to score his chance. Dan James should score his chance as well. But can we just have a appreciation for Amad Diallo finally getting his first goal? Come on as a second half substitute from the kickoff of the second half and made an impact, and we've all been waiting for it, and we weren't sure if we were going to get it because he's still very young, but that's shown tonight that what he's made of and what the potential there is already with him. So great assist by Bruno also. So let's get into the match notes. Leo scored a goal, went under Henderson, but it was called for offside. This was quite early on in the game. Martial then had a half volley. He brung it down on his chest. Did well to control it, bring it down. Half volley, keeper tipped it over. Donnarumma. 10 minutes, about 10.5 minutes in, Kessie from a throw-in scored with Matic and McTominay nowhere near him, not close enough to him. Don't close him down, and he finishes. But we get lucky, and it's disallowed for a handball. So that's two chances in the first 10 minutes. They could be 2-0 up. And we get the luck of the draw with it. So not a great start at all. Not a great start. I'm really impressed with that Kessie tonight as well. I've heard about him in the past, but I've never really watched him, and I liked what I saw of him. Milan, I thought, were quick on the ball, creative, comfortable, especially in the first half. But I was impressed by them. And I know that they're second in Serie A, and it's no surprise to see why. As I said, I was very impressed with them tonight. Krunic in the box had a weak shot that he was trying to curl it, but just didn't have any power, and Henderson dealt with it very comfortably. And then Milan then on a counter-attack with I don't know how you say his name, Silmakers or something like that. Hit a shot, but Henderson palmed it away. Tellez then whipped in a corner. Bruno flicked it on at the near post to the back post. I think Donnarumma may have had got his fingers to it. Maguire unmarked, literally nearly on the goal line, and it sort of hits his calf, or the side of his calf, and it hits the post. It looks like it hits the inside of the post, but it goes out, just looks like it skims the crossbar. How are you missing from there? That has to go in. You could say it's bad luck, but my God, what a chance. You're literally on the goal line, and he misses. They have to go in. They have to go in. So that was the first half. Second half, Amad Diallo comes on for Anthony Martial, and then the moment happens. Bruno played a ball over the top. Diallo makes a run. The defender can't get to him quick enough, and he heads it backwards over the keeper. Does very well in the moment. Do you know what I mean? He has to think in a moment. He has to be quick. The keeper is pressuring him from behind, and he flicks it backwards over the keeper, over Donnarumma for a great goal. Just great pass from Bruno as well. Great vision, and Diallo comes on and makes an impact. Kessie then had an angled shot, which Henderson was pretty comfortable with and saved. Went out for a corner, but nothing come of the corner. Mason Greenwood put a beautiful cross into the box, fast along the floor. Dan James at the back post, unmarked, and he gets it horribly wrong, and it goes wide. That has to be a goal as well as the Maguire chance. Those two have to be goals for me. And then the first minute of the 3 minutes added on at the end of the game, they get a corner. AC Milan gets played in. Kai, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but Kai at the centre back wins the header, but no one's marking him. There's nobody close to him again. So where the marking in tonight's game was shocking, and we got away with it for a few of the chances they had, but not at the end. And it's a vital one. So I want to know where the marking is. There's no one near him. It's either who's picking him up, because no one's taking responsibility, and he heads it in. People are saying Henderson should maybe do better. It is kind of straight at him, and he kind of flaps at it, and it goes into the roof of the net. I think he probably could do a bit better, but I think it's a little bit harsh, because I think that Henderson had a good game overall, and he had to make some saves, and he did. And for me, it's on the markers for this and not on Henderson. He maybe could do a bit better, but why are the teammates not helping him out? Who's marking Kai? or I don't know how you pronounce his name, but who's marking this guy? And he scores the goal, and he gets the equaliser for the game, and they get the away goal now going in back home. It changes the tie a lot than what it should have been at 1-0. So finishes 1-1. Match ratings. Henderson, I'm gonna give a 6-2. People probably give him below average now because of that at the end, but I don't think it's his fault. Maybe he could do a little bit better, but overall he made some really crucial saves. And people might say routine saves or what, but I think other than him, there's another guy I'm giving man of the match tonight, but Henderson would have been it for me. I think he kept us in it at times, so I wouldn't give him a below average, despite what happened at the end. It's the marker's fault, who's marking the guy. So Henderson, I'll give him a 6. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'd give a 6-2 as well. I thought he was pretty solid. Didn't really have too much to deal with. I thought a lot of the trouble we had more so was kind of more down the right than the left. Even though he's a right back, on the way whatever way you're viewing it on the telly, like it's on our left, even though he's a right back. If you get what I'm saying, so I'd give Aaron Wan-Bissaka a 6. Bailly and Maguire, I'd also give both a 6-2 as well. Pretty solid overall. A few little moments where sort of letting their markers get away and that, but we're kind of getting away with it. So, but look, Maguire, maybe I'm being a little bit generous with that because that he has to score that chance for me, but I would give him an above average just on his overall gameplay, but he has to score. They both get a 6. Tellez, I'd give an average 2 of a 5. I thought his deliveries were a bit poor. He had a chance with a free kick as well at one point that just went into the wall, which was a good chance, pretty close to the goal, and he hits the wall. And he didn't really offer too much going forward, in my opinion. So I think defensively he was good, but he doesn't offer what Shaw offers. So for me, he gets an average. McTominay and Matic, I thought were I was going to say abysmal. I don't think they were abysmal, but there was no creation there from them. And I'm a big fan of Matic, but I don't think he performed tonight. And I don't think McTominay did either. I'd give them both a 4, just below average. I think Kessie in the midfield played better than both of them, and he's one guy against 2. And I thought they were both poor tonight, so I'd give them a below average with a 4. There was just no creation from them. Dan James, I'd give a 3-2. He missed that chance, as I said, at the back post, unmarked. Doesn't even get on target, and for me, there's no excuses. And I just thought he wasn't involved in the game enough, and he had a few stray passes, and just the quality was not there. And yeah, I just don't think it was a good game at all from Dan James, so he gets a 3. Bruno Fernandez, I thought was having a pretty quiet game. Didn't really hear him too much tonight, but for that assist alone, I had to bump his rating up, and I would give him a 7 for the assist alone. Got subbed off for Fred, but for the assist, his rating gets bumped up to at least a 7. So Bruno gets a 7. Martial got subbed off at half-time for Diallo. I would give him a 2, Martial. That might seem very harsh, but it's not really down to him, if you know. But I can't rate him on stuff that he hasn't done, even if it is due to other teammates, because he's still not involved regardless. I would give him a 2 because I just didn't see him at all. Like I think I remember one run he did, and I think he might have just lost the ball, but no service. So as low as his rating is, it's due to other players really, but I have to mark it on what I see. So Martial gets a 2 tonight, and I think he might have gone off with an injury, so it'll be interesting to see, because if he's out as well, we've got countless others out, so it's good. If he's out, it's going to be a problem. 2. Greenwood, I'd give an average 2. Did put that great ball in for Dan James along the floor, but other than that, I thought he was pretty quiet. I just think the decision making again from Mason, I just think he holds on to the ball too long most of the time, and it's as simple as that. And I think he drifts in and out of games too much. So for me, I'd give him an average. Don't think he was awful, but just struggled to get involved a lot, I thought. The substitutes, Williams, Shaw, Dan James, Fred and Diallo come on. Obviously Diallo I would give a 7 to also, for the goal mainly. Looked lively in parts, but other than the goal, didn't really do a lot for me. But he looked lively, but just didn't really get too much of the ball. And so, but for the goal alone, I would give him a 7, because it was a very difficult goal to score how he did it, especially for a player of his height as well. So I was impressed. Diallo gets a 7. Fred, I would give a 5 to. Average, but not the worst I've seen from him. Shaw, also a 5, average. Williams, a 5 as well for an average. Ollie, I would give a 7 to tonight. I thought his substitutions were better. And tactically, look, we got away with it in the first 10 minutes especially. They could have had 2 goals and we got a bit lucky. But after that, our shape, our defensive responsibilities and just people doing their jobs, I think for the most part, most of the team did that, even if it was average ratings and just above. Look, we got a point and we didn't lose the game. Maybe we should have won it, but look, it's what I predicted, and I think, considering the form they're in, AC Milan, especially in Italy at the moment, like, they're one of the tougher teams in the Europa League for me, to my knowledge. So I think it's a good result, regardless of not getting the 3 points, because that is what I predicted anyway. So for me, it's not a major letdown. Yes, we could have won and probably should have, but for me, it's not the end of the world. And I think for the most part, he done a good job tonight, Ollie. So I'm going to give him his dues. I'm going to give him 7. But yeah, we probably should have won it tonight. And I think the marking was the main issue for me, and the passing tonight. That's what let us down. So, and a few players having a few below ratings and average performances. But look, we go to San Siro now. Look, we go there, it's going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be tight, I think. It may even go to extra time, possibly penalties. It could be a close one, maybe a 1-goal difference. So it's going to be a very interesting tie, especially if Zlatan's out again as well. So we'll wait to see what happens on that. Man of the match, I'm going to give to Bruno tonight, but I think most will give it to Diallo. And I wouldn't be mad at that, but I think Bruno overall had a better game and obviously played a lot longer. So I would give Bruno man of the match just tonight, but a few players that you could choose tonight. Look, it's not the end of the world. I got my result. Do you know what I mean? It's my prediction. I predict these things, so I'm happy with that. And we go on. We move on. Sunday, I will be back. Got West Ham Sunday. Another home game. It's going to be a tough game, a real tough game. They're one of the informed teams in the league. And I think it's going to be tough, and I think they're going to create us a lot of problems. So I'm looking forward to it, though. I think it's going to be a very good game. So West Ham Sunday, I will be back for that. And I'll see you guys then.